I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
The purpose of our study was to see if the value of two different coins affected which color coin was chosen. Either the larger value one, but less attractive to the eye, dime, or the lesser valued one, but more attractive to the eye, penny. Both of our coins were brand new and equally shiny. Okay. Problems we encountered. Our first problem is our sample was limited to students that were free during 4th, 6th, and 7th periods. Our second problem was we sampled students that happened to be working in the library during these periods. All students did not necessarily have an equal chance of being selected. Our third problem was we also did not have time to take a large sample. Selection process. We selected our samples based on their proximity to the table where we had placed our coins. But as we stated earlier, this was not a random sample because only the people during 4th, 6th, and 7th periods could be in our test. Everyone in the high school did not have an equal chance to be selected. Our procedure. First, we wanted to select a location to do a test, where we thought the most people would be during the free periods. A table on the first floor of the library. Second, we placed a silver dime and a copper penny equally 5 feet away from each other on a table. Next, we sat away from the coins, and whenever someone would walk close to the table, we would ask them, with one hand, "Can you please pick up those coins?" During this process, we observed and recorded our data based on which coin they picked up first, copper or silver. We also kept data on whether they were a boy or a girl. Problems we encountered collecting our data. At first, we tried to get people to pick up the coins by themselves by placing them in the middle of the hallway on the 2nd floor of the high school. Only one person did this, Ivy. We thought, gee.
What's wrong?
What could we do to fix this problem? So we ended up moving our setup to the table on the first floor of the library. And instead of trying to get people to pick up the coins by themselves, we just asked people who walked by the tables to do our test. With our new test, we were able to get enough people to pick up the coins to collect sufficient data. N equals 20.
Oh, yeah!
Now that we have calculated all the data, we first must formulate our null hypothesis, which is the proportion of boys who choose the dime is equal to the proportion of girls who choose the dime. Our alternative hypothesis is that these two proportions are not equal. Next, we move on to the datas. We had 6 boys pick the dime and 3 girls pick the dime. It was just a total of 9 out of 20. But that really doesn't matter. Next, we perform 2 tests will give us exact same results. First, the chi-squared test for independence, and second, the 2 proportion z test. But first, we must check the conditions for both tests. First, the chi-squared test. All expected accounts must be greater than 5, but we encounter some problems. We have 2 expected accounts, excuse me, that were equal to 4.5. This is due to a small sample size that we had was n equals 20. Second, the two-proportion z-test. First, the condition we must check is NP is greater than 10. That work. Second, we must calculate that NP is greater than 10. This not work. This is also due to the small sample size. We need much larger to get more accurate data. Now, onto the result. First, for the chi-square. Our chi-square is 1.818. Our probability is 0.178, and our degree of freedom is 1. Second, our two-proportion z-test. Z is 1.348, and P is exact same as we calculate in the chi-square, 0.178. The conclusion! Since our probability equals to 0.178, we do not have enough evidence to reject our null hypothesis. Therefore, the proportion of boys and the proportion of girls who pick the dime should in fact be equal.
Ding, 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 that's right!
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark